These are some of the bravest cops in the country. Fighting crime up close and personal. Their battleground, the City of London. The very heart of one of the most crime-ridden capitals in Europe. Gang violence, deadly weapons, and lethal drugs. This is Brit Cops Law and Disorder.
Stay there. Do not move.
Coming up. A chase ends in tragedy.
He's probably fallen about 30 feet.
I'm not helping you, sir.
Drunken violence. A man allegedly armed with a knife is loose on London streets.
Nice breathe for me. Breathe for me, okay?
And cops outnumbered. London. A crime's committed here every 2 minutes. And at the core of the capital is the city, where cops are on the front line fighting a constant battle against crime. Someone's called the cops. A mass fight is erupting in the streets. A CCTV operator is watching every second unfold. A huge brawl has just spilled out of a bar. PC's Brockwell and Morris are en route.
It's a heavy fight now. Units on the hurry up.
Control radios updates as they race through the streets.
Someone stopped heading eastbound Cheapside.
But it's too late. At least 8 men are laying into each other in a frenzied fight, fists and feet flying. As they hear the sirens, they scatter. But not fast enough. The CCTV operator identifies one of the men involved.
That's it, right in front of you.
Stand there!
What do you want?
Just stand still.
What do you want?
Can I stop you?
No.
Can I stop you for a second?
No. Right, let go of me.
He's getting
All right, well, we can
The man's friend is protesting his innocence.
Put your arm in your hand.
Thank you.
Hey, listen to what they're saying. Listen to what they're saying.
He claims it's them who are being attacked. And the suspect himself says that far from being one of the attackers, he was actually the victim.
Right, you're right for a minute. I'll talk to you.
There's another problem. 3 more friends suddenly appear, clearly unhappy.
You know, I'll come and talk to you. Yes, you are. Well, I'll come and talk to you if you move away. No, move away and I'll come and talk to you.
The cops are outnumbered.
Right, go over there and I'll come and talk to you. Get away from
They need backup now.
I'll come and talk to you. You just stand over there and I'll come and talk to you.
Without warning, the suspect kicks off, and his friends join in. Even our cameraman comes under attack. Their call for backup is thankfully answered quickly. The suspect is overpowered, and his friend is put in cuffs.
You like English?
Oh my God! No, I just said I thought fuck's sake, man. Can you please? I'm not even restraining. Can you stop, please? I'm not restraining.
The woman who lashed out at our cameraman is heading for the cells. But the main suspect isn't going to give up as easily.
Fella, I've asked
asked you nicely.
Fuck, it's just my uncle and you're asking that.
Are you going to get up?
It's just my uncle and you're asking that. It's just my fucking uncle and you're asking that. Are you right?
Sit yourself down.
Finally, he's in the van. But the cops' troubles aren't over.
We're going to the station. No, you can't come with us. You make your own way there. It's Bishopsgate Police Station.
One of his friends is prepared to go to any lengths to stand by his mate.
Right, and we just want to talk to you. You can't come in our vehicle because you haven't been arrested. No. No, if you want to come, mind out the way.
That's my friend.
Mind out the way.
Please arrest me.
No.
That's my friend. That's just what I'm trying to say.
Out the way.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
You're assaulting me right there.
I'm not assaulting you. I'm moving you out the way of the vehicle. Look, we're going to Bishopsgate Police Station. If you want to make your own way there, you're quite welcome to. Just don't get run over.
Police later established that the man's story was true. He was actually the victim. Entirely innocent, he was later released without charge. The cops who captured these suspects are part of the elite City of London police. With a population of over 7 million, the capital is one of the most crime-ridden cities in Europe. And at its heart is the Square Mile, famous the world over as a financial district with its glistening skyscrapers and tourist hotspots. But less well known for the criminal activity that occurs here. And for the brave officers of the City of London Police, battling to restore law and order to the streets. Superintendent David Wood is the boss of this manor, and his message to the bad guys is clear.
If you're considering entering the City of London to commit crime, you're going to get caught. Our detection rate is one of the highest in the country. My teams are out there 24/7 looking out for people like you. You'd be best advised to take your custom elsewhere. I like to think of our approach as an iron fist in a velvet glove. If you come into the city with bad intentions, then the iron fist will come into play.
Control has just received a 999 call. Two men, one allegedly armed with a knife, have forced their way into a flat. Inside are 3 women and a child. Rapid response cops Laura Aldridge and Linda Greenwood are already racing to the scene.
You right? You right, my darling?
Yes.
Right, wait, I'm coming out, 1 minute. Right, who are we looking for? It's all right. That's all right. It's all right. It's a nice brief for me. Brief for me, OK?
The hysterical woman is so distraught she can barely speak. But right now, she's the only witness the cops have.
My brother had a fight with his girlfriend, and now his girlfriend's brother's just come, blown into our house.
OK.
With a knife and taken him.
It seems a family dispute has turned violent.
Is your brother all right? Is everyone all right upstairs? Who was in your flat at the time?
My mum, my sister, and my son.
Nice and calm for me, yeah? What is this chap? Do you know his name, this bloke?
No.
No? What was he wearing?
He's wearing a hoodie.
What colour? Can you remember what colour it was?
Cops believe an armed man is now on the loose. Every detail is vital.
So it was like a jumper, like a hooded jumper. Did he have jeans on or trousers?
I don't know. He's got dreadlocks.
He's got dreadlocks. How tall? Tall as me? Tall as Linda?
Yeah, tall as you.
And how long ago did this happen?
Like 10 minutes ago. 10
Suddenly,
minutes ago.
the woman's mobile phone rings.
You okay? I'm here.
It's her sister.
Police, are they back? Oh, quick.
The suspects are in her flat.
They're upstairs.
After the break, a man nearly kills himself running from the cops.
Conscious and breathing, but he's probably fallen about 30 feet.
Police hunt for a suspected flasher.
Exposing yourself?
Yes, that's what we've been led to believe.
And the search continues for an intruder who could be armed with a knife. The City of London, scene of a manhunt for a suspect allegedly armed with a knife.
They're upstairs. You go first, go.
Cops have been tipped off he's hiding in a nearby flat.
From 8, we are with them all.
Officers are there in seconds.
Can you stay with me, my darling? Yeah,
We're at
the house now. I'm just going to update you. Can you stay here for me?
They cautiously walk up the steps to the front door, knowing the man could be behind it. But he's already done a runner. This is now a major incident. A specialist dog unit and more than a dozen cops have been sent to the area to assist the search. Suddenly, officers spot a man matching the description of the suspect.
Laura, could you ask the girl what this brother's name is, the one who's wearing the green jacket, please?
But after checking his details, they quickly establish he's just an innocent passerby. Seconds later, control radios with an update. The suspect has fled the estate.
The lady who initially reported this to us, who we saw outside, has said that her sister is at another address and she's screaming in the background.
A squad car is already on its way. A man was later arrested and the sister was found safe and well. The City of London is flooded with hundreds of thousands of people every day. And mingling with those commuters and tourists are the City of London's elite crime squad.
Have you got an eyeball? Can you see them inside at all?
Undercover cops, some of whom we can't identify. Their job is to blend in with the crowd and catch criminals in the act, from shoplifters to armed robbers. You'd never know they were there, unless, of course, you're being arrested by one of them.
Crime Squad are one of our most potent tools to fight crime within the City of London. If they're operating in plain clothes, they can get a lot closer and actually observe them committing the crime and then jump on them once the crime's been committed.
Crime Squad PCs Dave Hughes and Mike Nunn are out on patrol.
You're looking for people that really set a few alarm bells ringing, that they don't fit in too much in the city. It's a business community, so everyone is obviously quite smartly dressed. So you will just see someone who doesn't quite look as they should, or their behaviour might just be a bit unusual.
And it's not long before they spot a man who they think might be shoplifting. They keep him under surveillance and follow him on foot as he goes into a shop. As he leaves, something in his bag triggers the shop alarm, and he makes a run for it. Little does he know, undercover officers have been watching his every move. And now they're just yards behind him. Desperate to get away, the man has ditched his bag.
Hang on, mate, just calm down. I'll get you some help.
He's jumped over some railings, not realising the drop below.
Male, he's conscious and breathing, but he's probably fallen about 30 feet, so he's got leg injuries. But we're just going to go down and see the extent of his injuries now.
Crime Squad officers immediately call for urgent medical assistance.
Definitely looks like leg injuries. He's fallen from quite some height. What are you thinking though, mate? All right, mate, we're not going to move you or anything now. 36-year-old male, conscious and breathing, appears to have a broken leg and lower back injuries.
There's a technical problem too. 30 feet below street level, surrounded by buildings, radio reception is poor.
Sorry, CP, you broke with the last. Comms are bad down where we are. Can you repeat?
Yeah, do you think it's life-threatening or life-changing,
Yeah, can't be said at this stage. Obviously, he has got a broken leg. Don't know the extent, so possibly could be life-changing, yes.
What was going to be an arrest has now turned into a medical emergency.
I think this has to be called a critical incident.
The man is gravely injured, and all it seems for a bag full of electric toothbrush heads.
We stole a quantity of toothbrushes. As soon as we went out the door, the alarm sounded.
and he was off. Oh, she has quite a drop.
This man may have sustained spinal damage. Even worse, he could have internal bleeding.
If you feel any different, just let us know, all right? I can't see through your jeans that there's anything, you know, anything too bad. But I wouldn't try and roll over or anything, mate. I'll just stay where you are. Stay where you are on this side. Well, mate, don't move it, because when the ambulance crew come, they can deal with you then. You want to stay so you're in the same position as when you landed.
All the officers can do is try to make sure the man stays conscious.
Bad decision, mate, that was.
On the other side of the square mile, uniformed officers are responding to an entirely different kind of incident.
We're just going to find a male that believes to be exposing himself to drugs.
A member of the public's just dialed 999. She claims she's been flashed as she walked past a church.
Oh.
PC Steve Phoebe and Barry Jarvis are quickly on the scene. As they walk behind the church, they spot someone.
Hi, sir.
But this man's fully clothed. He says his father is having an operation in a nearby hospital.
Can I ask, sorry, what have you been doing, sir, for the last few minutes?
A few minutes, I'll just wait for my dad. My dad's in surgery.
Right, OK, fine. So I just, a gentleman fitting your description, sort of fairly closely. Yeah, wearing blue trousers, has been seen exposing himself.
Exposing himself?
Yes, that's what we've been led to believe. So we're just trying to find out. Have you been drinking at all?
I've had a couple of beers, yes.
OK, so I can smell it on your breath. You said you were drunk, you don't appear drunk.
I'm not drunk, no, not
but I can smell you. OK. I take it, have you exposed yourself at all in any way, sir?
Not at all. I told someone to fuck off, that's about it. Pardon my language, but I told them.
The man appears to be agitated, and he's been drinking. Something's happened here, but the police aren't yet sure what.
Yeah, basically, we're trying to contact the informant now, so find out exactly what they've seen, what's gone on. So we're just waiting for a result back from that. Okay, well, Barry takes the details of the mail.
What's your address?
I'm actually at no fixed abode, to tell the truth.
OK. Just wait 1 second.
Now he has the man's name, PC Jarvis radios in his details to run a check on him.
Yeah, sorry, just confirm, so from the information I gave you then...
And get some vital information back.
7 is wanted. Repeat.
What began as a hunt for a suspected flasher is fast turning into something even more bizarre. The cops have been told there's already a warrant out for this man's arrest.
The ambulance is on its way.
Back at the serious accident, urgent medical assistance is thankfully en route. The suspect is gravely injured. First on the scene is a cycle paramedic.
Can you move your toes? Can you feel me touching here?
He needs to make a quick assessment of how badly the man is hurt.
It's painful where I'm pressing. More painful here. Sorry, mate.
Do you need any help, mate?
He cuts off the man's clothes. It's the only way of examining his injuries without moving him. He's now having trouble breathing and needs oxygen.
I don't know, mate, if he told you, he said obviously both legs and his lower back was where he had the pain.
You wouldn't see him land hospital?
I didn't, mate, I was just behind. I couldn't believe, to be honest, that he actually did it.
An ambulance has now also arrived, but there's a problem. With the extent of the man's injuries, it's not yet clear how medics are going to be able to get him up to street level.
I think they've got like an enclosed pod sort of thing that they can take people up on, but that's all to do with like rope crews and all sorts. There's loads of like issues with that.
A team of doctors is now also at the scene. But their stretcher won't provide enough support for the injured man. So they call in the fire service. The firemen have a rigid bodyboard which minimises patient movement. The suspect is quickly strapped in. Getting him to the ambulance is an extremely difficult job, even for this experienced team. Finally, the man is back at street level. He needs to get to a hospital now.
He definitely had a fractured leg, but something from that height is very likely to get a spinal injury as well.
He was later found to have 2 broken legs, a broken arm, a broken pelvis, and spinal disc injuries. And he still might face charges of shoplifting. Across town, officers are questioning a man suspected of flashing at a passerby. But an already strange call-out has just become more sinister.
Yeah, thank you. Just stop reference as well, please. No, he's got tattoos. He's got them then. Okay. I'm happy with that.
A check on the police national computer reveals he's already wanted for another matter. The outstanding arrest warrant mentions several very distinctive tattoos.
You got any tattoos?
If it's the same man, he'll be nicked.
One there, one on my shoulder. The ones you've probably got is one on my shoulder and one on my leg.
What's have you got any? You got?
Yes, on my leg, yeah.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Just do me a favour. Just put it out for a second.
Now he's verified the man's identity through the tattoos, it's time to make the arrest. The man is wanted for non-payment of a court fine.
Right. Just for information. Okay. I'm going to arrest you. All right. Take your hands out of your pocket for a second. You'll be arrested. You've got a warrant out for your arrest. Sorry, no, leave it out for a second, fella. You've got a warrant for your arrest, non-payment of a fine, £65 and a taxi, we believed, or from a restaurant, all right? You don't have to say anything. You may harm your defence you want to mention when questioned, something later on in court, anything you did say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a little bit strong.
Well, so, all I'm saying is, this information we've received on our control. Keep your hands out of your pockets for a second.
That's fine, mate.
This is what we received from our radio, yeah? You're going to be booked in. Just going to do a cursory search for you, all right?
The man has been taking his hands in and out of his pockets, and PC Jarvis is suspicious. He's found something.
What's in there?
Speed.
Okay.
Not only is the man wanted, he's just admitted possession of speed or amphetamines.
Yeah. So it's just a drugs bag if you got it. Yeah, that's perfect.
The drugs are bagged and taken away for testing. And as the man realises how this is all going to end, he starts to lose his cool.
My fucking dad's under a fucking knife.
Well, that's what we got.
That's my fucking father is under a knife. I've cried 5 fucking times today. You're taking a piss out of it.
That's why we want to get you moving as soon as possible.
Fuck it, let's get a move on it. Let's get it over and done
So
before I start getting monkey. Because I don't want to do that. Go on, fucking put them on now.
All right.
Fucking, I'll swear.
Cheers.
Ain't got to be rough, mate.
I'm being rough, am I?
You're going to do it a little bit, you know what I mean? I ain't going nowhere, am I? Fuck, I ain't been caught up, mate. I ain't fucking killed that one.
Yeah, 3-1.
Cousin, what's all that about? My fucking father, you can't. You'll take away my fucking father.
Basically, we've done some P&C checks on him, and unfortunately, he's wanted on warrant. It was a no-bail warrant, so he's left us with no choice to arrest him.
The cops later established he hadn't exposed himself, but he was cautioned for a public order offence and done for possession of Class A drugs. In the city, undercover crime squad officers are back out on the streets. They're now tailing 2 women suspected of shoplifting who've gone into a branch of Next. The covert cops have uniformed backup, waiting in a squad car around the corner.
Possibly the second one does match.
Basically, as soon as this truck comes through, diagonally straight ahead, there's a, well, he's backing up now, but there's a green vehicle, which is an unmarked police vehicle with 2 officers in it. 4 plainclothes officers gone into Next. They've gone in to follow them. I think they may suspect that they're doing some more stealing in the shop. So they're waiting until they actually exit the premises with more stolen goods.
There's like 4 plainclothes officers surrounding the shops.
I'm just trying to keep out of visibility. If they get to a doorway, see us, and then just drop their stuff and walk out, you don't tend to catch them.
After a 10-minute wait, they get the call that the women have left the shop. It's time to move in. The 2 suspects have no idea they're being watched by the crime squad.
Go ahead.
The undercover cops fade back into the crowd and let their uniformed colleagues take over.
Can you just stop us for a second, please?
These two are right then, we don't need to do the CCTV.
Police officer just wants a word with you, yeah?
3-2, go ahead.
Okay, can you just hang up on the phone for a bit? Okay. It's about a report of shoplifting just down the road.
What's
okay. Yeah, there's a shop down the road. They've just put up a description of you and your colleague.
Doing what?
Stealing from the store.
I haven't stolen anything.
Okay, you've been positively identified by the shop. Okay, I'll explain it to you. You've been positively identified as stealing goods from the shop. For those reasons, we're going to be searching you under Section 1 of PACE. Okay, I won't be doing it, but I'll get a female to do it in a second. Okay, in the meantime, if you can give my colleague all your details. So if you just put your bag down on the side for us, please.
Their bags are searched for any stolen items, and a female officer gives both women a body search.
See if she's got anything stolen from the premises that recorded it earlier.
The women have a number of empty branded carrier bags in their possession, but no stolen goods. But then they make a significant discovery. One woman has 2 pairs of pliers in her handbag. In a process known as de-tagging, pliers are often used by shoplifters to cut off security tags.
These 2 items have been found in your bag, which you've got no reasonable excuse to have as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you said for my car, so it is an excuse.
All right, well, fair enough. You can say that in custody, can't you? But at this stage, there's been allegations of theft in a shop where de-tagging's going on, and that's what you've got with you. So going equipped is the offence I'm arresting you for at this stage, unless further comes to light. The time is now 1 o'clock. You don't have to say.
The woman continues to protest her innocence. She says the pliers have nothing to do with shoplifting. But both women are arrested.
The reason she was arrested for going equipped is because she's got 2 very sharp cutters that were concealed in her bag that she's obviously been using to cut the tags off things that she steals.
One of the suspects was later cautioned for theft and going equipped. The other was released without charge. After the break, coming down hard on drunken violence.
It's taken 4 bouncers to get him out of the club.
And breaking and entering in the dead of night. Night falls over London. The evening exodus of office workers and tourists comes to an end. Darkness takes a grip of the city. And cops starting their night shift have just received a call every policeman dreads. Officer needs assistance. A drunken man has allegedly started a fight in a nightclub. It took 4 bouncers just to get him out of the bar and into the street.
I'm not covering you.
But he's still fighting, this time with the cops.
I'm not covering you, stop. Hey, I've got someone behind your back. No.
These 2 officers are hoping backup arrives quickly. And it does.
No, move back over there now.
No, it is ring, sir. She gets on with it.
Move back, fella.
Excuse me, can you
get his upper arm out?
Hold it.
And between them, the city cops finally manage to restrain him.
Alright, fella, you're under arrest for being drunk and disorderly. You do not have to say anything, but it may hold your defence if you do not mention one question, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Now he's in cuffs. He seems to have no choice but to go quietly.
Here you go, mate.
Go in there.
But this man just won't give up. He's not going anywhere without a fight. Even his friends are pleading with him to comply with the cops. The suspect can struggle all he likes. This is only going to end one way.
Basically, got a male who's been acting silly on the dance floor. Bouncers have tried to make him leave. He's refused to leave. It's taken 4 bouncers to get him out of the club. When we've approached him, he's been kicking off with us. He's tried fighting with us. We've had to restrain him, put him into cuffs. He's been arrested for drunk and disorderly.
But no sooner have they shut the van door when they get radioed about another fight outside the same nightclub. Over on the other side of the square mile, all seems to be quiet. Until a CCTV camera zeroes in on something unusual. A group of people get out of a car and head towards a building. It looks like they're breaking in. A CCTV operator quickly guides a nearby foot patrol to the scene. Officers are immediately suspicious. They don't know who is inside or what they're doing.
Basically, there's been a report that 6 males have got out of a smart car. I don't know how 6 got into a smart car and have managed to break into this building. It's a bit of a building site, but there are a lot of burglaries involving metal thefts, that sort of thing.
The premises are actually derelict and construction works in progress. So it's not just the suspects who could be dangerous. The building could be too.
We've got a dog van on the way down that's going to go in and search premises. It's just a matter of containing the area until they arrive.
With the site now locked down by the cops, the dog squad is brought in. The handler looks for the best way inside before starting a search with his specially trained tracker dog. Outside, the officers start to examine the car they believe the suspects arrived in.
Thank you, go ahead.
Yeah, can I have an unattended vehicle check, please?
While the dog tries to pick up a scent, the police have no choice but to wait it out. They don't know who's in there, what they're doing, or even if they're armed. All they can do is keep the perimeter secure.
Right. Most of the doors have got padlocks on the outside, so bar this one and maybe this gate. They don't know they can get out, so I'm just going to wait here.
The cops might not know exactly where the intruders are, but they do know they're not going anywhere. For now. Half a mile away, back at the nightclub, police have already arrested one drunken troublemaker. Only to be called back to the same bar to deal with another drinker who has been kicked out. He's not happy, and just like the first guy, his friends can't resist getting involved. With a big crowd now out on the street, the cops know they have to get control of the situation and fast.
This is all his mates, and they're all having a crack at the door staff now, basically downstairs, kicking off without him getting kicked out.
I'm a decent bloke.
So yes, they're trying to eject some more.
They just want him out there, they.
I think so.
PC Giles Cunningham goes to check if all the troublemakers are now out of the bar. It seems all the men have now been ejected from the club, and on seeing the cops everywhere, they decide to start behaving themselves. One more foot wrong, and they could be heading for the cells. Back at the derelict building, a tracker dog is still inside hunting for suspected intruders. Outside, the cops have formed a cordon around the entire site. It's pitch black. They can't see anything. But suddenly, one of them hears something. The noise is 3 people trying to get out through some fencing. The officers want an explanation as to what the men were doing and the whereabouts of the others.
Yeah, they've all followed each other in.
is what they're saying. The other 3 guys that are still outstanding apparently are still in there. And that's all we know so far.
Where are your mates then, guys?
These experienced City of London cops have heard it all before.
What are we doing in there?
Or at least they thought they had.
You're all on the same photography course as them?
Yeah.
And this is the norm, is it? Creeping into quiet places, dark places and taking pictures?
They're claiming they're from a photography club. The rest of their mates have just been spotted and stopped by the cops. One of them has keys to the car the police checked earlier.
They've got a lot of equipment, climbing gear, breathing apparatus, etc., which could assist them in the process of going through the building and stealing.
The items in the car arouse even more suspicion. The cops think there is more to this photo shoot than the suspects are letting on.
What's the purpose of you taking pictures inside the hobby? Elaborate. I'm trying to understand.
I'm a semi-professional photographer. I'm at uni doing photography. It's basically my life. And one of the things we do is take pictures of abandoned buildings.
Yeah, 392, go ahead.
The officers aren't happy with any of the stories they've been told.
Listen carefully, chaps, all right?
So everyone's going to be nicked.
Right. All 3 of you are under arrest on suspicion of burglary in here, all right? You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you don't mention one question, something which you will are in court. Whatever you say now may be given in evidence. You understand that caution? Okay, let's go.
Basically, that was found inside. They've given a reason why they were, but obviously we can't prove that at the moment, so they've been arrested on suspicion of burglary. Once they've been interviewed, they can give their reasons under caution.
It turns out they were all telling the truth. They were just amateur photographers on a rather odd night out. And they were all released without charge. After the break, City Police clamped down on cannabis.
You've been smoking any drugs in that car, chap?
Hello?
And a woman's cries for help get the cops running.
Open the door!
Control has just received a 999 call. At the other end of the line, a woman screaming. A City of London rapid response squad is en route in seconds. The cops race to the woman's location.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
As they approach the address, they can hear a woman screaming.
Yes? Open the door! Open the door now, please!
A backup squad has also been dispatched.
They heard screaming, but the line was cut off, so we don't know what's going on, but we have a unit already on scene.
And that unit can't wait a second longer.
Open the door now!
But as they prepare to force their way in, the door suddenly opens.
Right, you. Right, you stand over here. Stand over here. Stand over here.
Inside, they separate a couple who appear to have been fighting. They quickly get the alleged victim out of the building and put the man in handcuffs.
Right. Okay, do you understand why you're going to be arrested?
No, I don't.
Okay, let me explain it to you. At this stage, you're arrested on suspicion of assault. We've had a report of a male beating a woman at these premises. Okay?
The woman claims that following an argument, she was pushed down a flight of stairs.
So anyway, he's really peeved with me because I came back a couple of hours late. And the next thing I know, he's just out of his mind.
You're a bit worked up, the woman's screaming.
Yeah, well, she left me locked outside my home for 3 hours.
He's just... And then what am I going to do? Push me down a flight of stairs.
It's a serious allegation, which the suspect immediately denies.
No, I didn't pull it down the stairs. I grabbed the leg.
That's what she's saying. All right.
All right.
Obviously, this officer's arrested you for that.
All right.
All right.
So we're going to take you
Could
to the
I
police
just
station now,
talk
right?
to if I talk to you, would you release me?
I don't. No.
The man pleads with the officers to let him speak to the woman, but it's too late for that.
Yeah, I've got the keys.
The only talking this man's going to be doing is down at the station, in an interview room. Domestic assaults are a top priority for city cops. If found guilty, this man could go to prison.
He'll go back now. He'll be interviewed under caution on tape. We'll get his side of the story. We'll take a victim statement from the lady, and investigation begins.
Out on the streets, response squad cop Giles Cunningham has pulled over a man after spotting him driving dangerously.
The reason we stopped you, you pulled an illegal U-turn up on Wood Street, didn't you?
Illegal U-turn?
Yeah, U-turn.
Oh, the Tom telling me to go there and there.
But this is fast turning into more than just a routine traffic stop. PC Cunningham's had a whiff of something.
I can't remember telling you.
You've been smoking any drugs in that car, chap? Because
No, I don't smoke, mate. I don't be smoking.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure about that. Very 100%.
There's a smell of something in the vehicle.
PC Cunningham decides to check again. The smell's still there.
I think there's a vague smell of cannabis in there. The chap in the back seat's lit up a regular cigarette. I suspect to mask the smell.
This stop has now turned into something more serious. Other officers arrive to search the passengers in the car. And a specialist sniffer dog is called in to go through the vehicle. This canine cop is one of 5 dogs working round the clock to assist City of London police. The Springer Spaniel is trained to detect the minutest traces of drugs. If there are any in the car, he will find them.
At the moment, when we pulled the car over, I could smell a strong smell of cannabis in the vehicle. And because of that, we've put a drugs dog into the vehicle to detect any illegal substances, basically.
But despite a thorough search of the vehicle, no drugs are found. And if there aren't any in the car, the cop who first smelt a rat is sure they must be hidden somewhere on the mend.
What are you doing with all this money on you?
So they keep up the pressure on the driver.
What do you do for a living, mate?
Until, to the officer's surprise, he produces a small package from somewhere they hadn't looked. His mouth. And it looks like cannabis. City of London cops issue written warnings to first-time cannabis offenders. And that's what's going to happen to this man.
A record will be made of the incident.
Caught a second time, and it will mean an on-the-spot fine.
I need you to sign there, please, and then print your name next to it, please.
Third time, and you may not be so lucky.
The substance will be taken back to Bishopsgate Police Station, booked in and destroyed, and a record will be made of caution. If he's dealt with again, it's likely he'll be arrested.
Brit cops, law and disorder, taking you to the front line in the battle against crime. Hunting fugitives.
Get on the floor, mate! On the floor!
Catching con men.
Bank cards in other names have been found.
Cracking down on drugs.
I'm going to arrest you now with some drugs.
Our cameras capture all the action as these cops capture the criminals.
Yeah, 620 active message, male's running away.